Hey, this is Voices for Learning, where we help you grow as a voice actor. I'm Susan. Thanks so much for being here. In this video, I'm going to explain to you when you should upgrade from Audacity to Studio One. And I made two videos very recently that showed the exact same process in Audacity and in Studio One. And that is, of course, creating a template and then writing over the template and creating a better template. So if you watched both of those videos, you probably were going to yourself, wow, Audacity is like not have nearly the amount of functionality that Studio One does. And you are absolutely right. Studio One is amazing. You can do so much in Studio One that you really can't do in Audacity. And so you may be saying, well, am I missing out by just having Audacity? Well, maybe and maybe not. When you need to upgrade, and this is just always what I say, is you upgrade when, number one, you can afford to upgrade, and number two, when you can't afford not to upgrade. And what I mean by that is when you're realizing that a lot of these processes that are going on in Studio One will save you so much time, and that you're getting to a point where you have a lot of work and you're realizing, you know what, I could end my day like 2 hours sooner if I had Studio One. Or I could spend a lot more time marketing and, increasing my sales and doing other things, or maybe going into coaching if I change my DAW and I upgrade. So when you get to a point where you're realizing hey, having Audacity is actually hurting me, that's when you need to go ahead and upgrade. And of course, when you can afford it. That is definitely the big thing right there. I think that it's really important to, make sure that you do understand the cost. And the cost isn't just how much the program costs, how much you're going to buy it, how much it costs to download, but also the cost in learning how to use it. So Studio One Artist, which is the version that you are going to purchase if you've never had Studio One before, Studio One version 5 is the latest, and the Artist edition is what you would purchase. That's going to run you $99. With tax, it's going to be about $125. However, I really think that you should put aside about $300 for everything when you upgrade to Studio One version 5 Artist, because you're going to need some money to hire somebody to help you learn it. Yes, you can learn Studio One from the University of YouTube. I certainly did that myself. However, there are certain things that you're not going to be able to understand unless you are an audio engineer, which I am not. And let me show you a couple of different things that always kind of freak me out to this day. So this is the editing window, which I really don't understand. I don't understand what quantize means. I don't really understand what any of this stuff does. And so I hire somebody who can tell me this is how all that works. Let me show you another function of this. Here we have our mixing board. Basically, it's in the studios that they still have today, they have a mixing board. The mixing board here is part of the program, which just means in Studio One that you can master your audio inside of the program, which makes it so amazing and so cool. You don't have to have a mixing board necessarily. So with all of this, I don't understand any of this. I don't understand. So what I do is I hire somebody to come in virtually through Zoom, through Skype, through whatever, and they basically take over my computer and they say, okay, go ahead and start recording. And then they go in and they figure out what my gain should be and what the expander, I don't even know what the expander does. What my EQ should be. I really don't even know what EQ is. Equalizing, I really don't know what that means. Tricomp, same kind of thing. I don't know what it means. I just know that they tweak those levels for me and my sound is great. So you're going to have to hire somebody to help you with all of this. Because yes, like I said, you can learn a lot of great facts and, great processes and great systems on the University of YouTube. But there's some that you're just not going to understand how it works and what it does. And your audio is going to sound so much better when you can get an audio engineer to get in here and fix these for you and tweak them for you, set it and forget it. So, like I said, it's going to run you about $300, $125 for the actual software itself, which just downloads from Sweetwater. And I've got that link in the description. I recommend using Sweetwater, which is it's a company out in Indiana. They have all kinds of musical equipment and they have all kinds of, anything that's for audio. And Sweetwater is great because once you get your salesperson, you have them for life. And so you can call them up. I can call my guy up and say, hey, I've got a question for you. I'm thinking about maybe getting a new mic. What do you recommend? And these people are very knowledgeable. So I 100% recommend Sweetwater. That's in the description. Then, of course, the person who I use as my audio engineer, who is invaluable to my business, his name is Don Barnes. He's with Don Barnes Audio, and I've got a link for him in my description as well. You will need him. You will need him. And if you get into, the voiceover world, if you're still kind of like a beginner and you're just dabbling, you will know Don if you have Studio One, and you will absolutely want to know Don if you have Studio One because he is so knowledgeable. I mean, he actually has an inside with Personas, with the company that makes Studio One. So, make sure you've got that. And if you're ready, then go ahead and upgrade. But also do know that once you upgrade to, a more robust DAW, you are going to have to invest time into it as well because it's not just going to come automatically. I mean, there's a lot of little buttons here that you have to click and keyboard shortcuts that you have to memorize. It's like anything that you have to learn. But like I said, when you're ready, it's because you can afford it. And you also really can't afford not to upgrade. That's when you're ready. So I hope you learned something. If you have any questions for me, just let me know. Please please subscribe, and keep going. You are doing great. Have a great day. Bye.